Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is Create Your Own Cozy. Today I'm going to be making a couple more of these. This is something that I made in my old house when I made this big 9-foot table that is right here, it was such a monster space. I had needed a 9-foot table and then I needed something to put in the center of it. So I went on Pinterest and found the plans for this. I can't remember where I found it, but it was a pretty easy project and I ended up making one for my best friend as well. So in this one, I didn't have a nail gun yet, so I just used a regular nail and hammer, which is something that you could totally do if you don't have a nail gun. But the reason that I'm making this right now is because I have so much just leftover wood in my basement and I wanted to just use some stuff that I already have. I've spent $0 more on this project because I'm just using my scraps. Basically, you can make this any size that you want and any height that you want. You just need a bigger piece on the bottom, 2 thinner pieces that are the exact same size. You can decide how tall you want this to be. Then you just need a drill bit that will drill out holes. I believe they're around $6 or $7. But once you have it, you have it. So thanks for joining me today. And please let me know in the comments below which project is your favorite, how you would have done it, and what kind of stuff would you put in the middle right here. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy. So I used a 2-inch thick board for the bottom, 2 of the same size of the 1-inch thick boards, and then decided how high I wanted my piece to be for the sideboards. This is a dry fit of what the project's going to look like. Make sure you do this before you start doing any nailing to make sure all your measurements are correct. Next, I'm going to use the hole cutting drill bit, making sure that I get it first centered on this piece and then put the other spots equidistant from each other. I spent so much time measuring and still didn't get it right, as you'll see later in this video. But it's easier to erase your pencil marks and draw it again than to grab another piece of wood. So basically, make sure you're using the drill bit setting on your drill and not like a screwdriver setting, because you need the strength. But you also need to just let the drill bit do the cutting. It doesn't need you to be pushing down. That's where I would get it caught up when I was trying to help it with my force. So just let the blade on the end do the cutting. As you can see here, that one on the end is a little bit further apart. I'm going to cut that off in a little bit and just turn this into a 2-top. But right now I'm just sanding off those pieces that I don't want on my project. And off camera, I took just my hand and a piece of sandpaper and sanded on the inside just so it's a smoother finish. As you can see here, here's the thick piece, the 2 top and bottom pieces, and the side pieces per centerpiece. This is the product you'll need. For the smaller one, I decided to use my antiquing wax mixed with water. I ended up adding a little bit more antiquing wax than usual because I wanted a darker mixture, but I did about 2.5 to 3 coats on this just to try to get it to look more like a stained wood. I left this next clip in so you could see the right way to stabilize your wood on top of another piece of wood. This is probably safer than using a cardboard box, but I ended up taking it outside because this was making a lot of sawdust mess in my house. The next thing I'm going to do is turn it over and nail gun the bottom board to the sides. Just make it pretty strong. Probably 3 are enough on each side. I was going a little overboard. Just make sure the ends are square before you start nailing. Then you flip it over and you center it on your base piece. Make sure you measure from each end and then on the front and back as well, so that it is centered in the base piece. Make sure you nail this part in pretty well, because once you put the top on, you won't be able to reach this anymore. But do it towards the side and toward the center. And then take your top piece and put that on there as well. As you can see, it doesn't quite fit all the way, but you can force it and nail it, and it'll cause your piece to look as square as possible. See, that corner's not quite right. You pull it up. And now it looks right. Now the other side is a little bit turned. So you kind of grab that and pull it back, and then once the nails are in, it'll be as square as it can be for the wood you're working with. I decided to make another one since I messed up the other one. This is going to be a 5 top, and I'm doing the same thing. Do the bottoms, measure the center, and then attach the top. So here are the two I've made today, and I'm gonna go crazy today and add some color, which I have not done in a while. So right here, I'm using this fern green color from Waverly that I bought at Walmart. Oh, it turned out brighter than I was used to. I've been in such a neutral world, but I'm giving this green pop of color a try. So I just did 1 coat, and then I sanded it with 220 just so that the softness is there, and to kind of age it a little bit. After that, here's the final product, and it was too green for me.
I like that.
You do? Why?
Because it's beautiful.
Aww. So next I'm just doing a dry brush technique with white paint. As you can see, when I get the paint on it, I dip it on the towel so it's not soaking wet. But my youngest, my 6-year-old, was homesick this day and wanted to be behind the camera, and I just had to keep her talking in because it was so precious and I want to preserve it forever. So I hope you enjoy my sweet little girl and the rest of this painting part.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
So what are you doing?
I am doing a dry brush technique on top of this.
That is pretty cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you alright? Ready? Woo!
I love it.
You do?
You make the best part of art.
Oh, thanks.
You're the funnest and
Am I the funnest artist you know?
you're the funnest and nicest artist.
Oh, sweet.
And you're the funnest and I mean you're nice as a mom.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's so nice of you to say. You like me as an artist and as a mom?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It depends
It depends on what?
on you.
On me?
Yeah, because I love you.
Oh, kiddo, I love you too. Let's see, ready? I'm gonna flip it around. You like it?
Wee!
You like it?
Yeah!
Alright, I'm gonna do the ends.
Okay. Wee!
What is that about?
You are awesome.
You're pretty awesome too, kid. Hear that?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, you are pretty awesome.
You're pretty awesome.
We're both pretty awesome.
We are both pretty awesome.
Who kept the camera?
There's one in every project. This one was not turning out the way I wanted it to. I have 3 coats of the antiqued water on it, and it just looked really dull to me. So I'm doing the same thing on this one. I am taking the white paint on the brush, dabbing it, and then just doing a dry brush. And I think that the end product turned out looking more like a weathered wood, and it made the piece look so much better in my opinion. So if you don't like it, do something else to it. You can always paint it, sand it back. Just keep going. Don't just finish a project and hate it and then not use it, because I like the end product this time around so much better. So what do you think? These can be used in a lot of different places. Those clear glasses right there are from Hobby Lobby. And these mini terracotta pots can be bought 3 for $1 at the Dollar Tree, and I just dry brushed those white as well. You can do fake succulents, real succulents like we have here. You could do some air plants or some cacti, would look really cool. I think I might try that next. So let me know in the comments below, do you like the color? Or the weathered wood look? Do you like the 2 top, the 5 top, or even go back to my first one, the 7 top with the stained underneath and then like a white weathered look to the top? Let me know in the comments below what your favorite piece was. If you like the 7, 5, or 2 top one. And as always, thanks for supporting my channel. Go over to Instagram and create your own cozy, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye.